Space Coconut.
Okay, so today we're going to play with Bitter Murmur. I really don't like this perk. There are, well, now, thanks to Discordance, there are 3 perks that, do the same thing. But we're just going to use Bitter Murmur by itself. Okay, so what it says is, it unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Each time a generator is fully repaired, survivors within 16 meters of the completed generator will be revealed for 5 seconds. When the last generator is fully repaired, all the survivors' auras are revealed for 10 seconds. So, I already have an opinion of this perk, and I'll talk about it after I actually play with it for a little bit. But we'll try it with the spirit, because, why not? I may or may not use it with the hag, but we'll just go from there. And yeah, we're gonna play with this perk, and we're gonna see how bad it really is. Suffocation pit. Okay, we're playing with Bitter Murmur, and it's gonna act as our tracking perk for the time being. Hi. Do-do-do. Okay. I went right past you, didn't I? What's up? Oh, I have knockout. Well, we know that Kate was over there, too. What's up, Kate? Kate's the only one over here. She was waiting for me? That wasn't smart. I'm not very good at tracking with her, so let's get her to drop it. I want to trap her on this side. I'm not doing this very good. That was a nice play. Oh, I can just leave you down, actually. We know that one person's over there. We don't know... Oh, hi! You, on the other hand. Spirit burst. Pallet. Oh, hey, look at that. You didn't use a pallet. That's interesting. Get the hit. I'll go ahead and hook you again. I do not mind. Well. should have chased her, but that's okay. I should have left her down also. Dead hard for me. Kate's on dead hook. 2 gens left. Oh. Sorry, David. Goodbye. Or I could leave you here. Alright, so which ones are being worked on? Well, if one gets finished, Bitter Murmur will tell me where they are. There they are. 1, 2. Yep. Hi, I know where you're at. That's too bad. Ah, I guessed wrong. Ah, sneaky. She knew I knew she was there. Whew. Again, I could leave you on the hook, or on the ground. You're both here. Okay. Did you go back to it? Yes, you did. Hello. I juked myself. That information wasn't taken as seriously. Make a choice. Stupidly or can't. Okay, so aside from my poor play, right? I mean, I'm not the best killer. Um, a Bitter Murmur. Okay, so let's do some math, right? The survivors need to do 5 gens. Yeah, 5 times 5 is 25 seconds. So, plus the 10 seconds. Let's see, when the last generator is fully repaired. So, 20 seconds. The first 4 generators give you 20 seconds of aura visibility. 20 seconds. 5 seconds for each one. The last gen gives you 30, so you have a total of 30 seconds of aura reading time. The problem is that you may not be looking at a gen when it goes off. The majority of the time when a gen went off, I was already dealing with another survivor. I was, in the middle of a thing. I think there was one point where I was opening a locker with the Huntress when I was... That match was awful. But I opened the locker just as the gen was finished. And by the time I closed the locker, I was only able to see one person's aura for, I think, maybe a second, the most. I was able to track him down, but I mean, I'm the Huntress, so, that didn't end very well. For what it does, a killer, for the most part, doesn't want the gens to be finished. Perks, the end game perks like Fire Up or Blood Warden. What are the others? What do we got here? No One Escapes Death. Perks like that want the gens to get finished aren't very good, just because they want you to allow the gens to happen. The problem with Bitter Murmur is that there are several other perks that do its job better. I think comparing the perks, Barbecue and Chili will reveal auras when you hook somebody, which is a better reward than allowing a gen to get finished in order to see auras for a short period of time. There's no other bonus here to Bitter Murmur. What could be changed for this? The problem with Bitter Murmur are the other perks that does the same thing better. Discordance. This does the same thing, but better. It accomplishes the same job, but better. So much better. As long as there are 2 survivors together on a generator, you see that generator highlighted. You know that 2 survivors are there, and you don't need to read the survivors' auras as you approach. Yeah, and the gen doesn't have to be finished. It's as soon as they touch it. This goes off, and I mean, it lasts for 12 seconds, and as soon as it's finished, if the 2 survivors are still working on it, it kicks in again. And so you get a notification and it stays yellow as long as there are 2 survivors on it. The things that they've done with some of the other perks probably should have been done to Bitter Murmur instead. But because they're pushing DLC and we've grown accustomed to 3 new perks for each killer and each survivor, making the older perks. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, Bitter Murmur, in order to be better, it needs to do something else in addition to doing what it does. If the gen is being done and it's on the other side of the map and you see the survivors' auras, they pop up, they're wandering around, that's great, but you can't do anything, you're on the other side of the map. There was an instance in my last Wraith match where the gen went off and it was, I was able to see a guy hunched over, an Adam hunched over. I was confused as to what he was doing. Turns out he was working on a totem. It did a good job by telling me where he was, but he was staying put. He was in one place, so I was able to find him after that. It's a very situational perk. The problem is when the situation is bad, I guess. Instead of hitting only survivors in that immediate area, maybe it would be beneficial to reveal all of the auras. Reveal all of the auras regardless of the radius within the generator. Because, I mean, if you're not near the generator, it doesn't give you enough information. Or if one person is working on the generator and it pops, that person is hidden by that huge black bubble that the devs don't want to get rid of. And it's hard to discern where they go by the time it fades out because the aura, for the most part, disappears about the same time as the bubble does. So you only get a glimpse of where it is, and if you're on the other side of the map or you're looking for a survivor or something, you don't have that time to stare at the bubble and watch them. If you do, you're bad, because I was totally bad. It might be better to remove the range limit and have it affect all survivors. And so maybe Bitter Murmur, as the gen finishes, the entity grows unhappy and he's like, hey, this is where they are, go do your job, you suck, you know? Bitter Murmur's in a tough spot, and they're adding perks that do its job better. I think they're going to keep having this problem. But anyway, Bitter Murmur might be a lost cause. I don't think there's much they can do now. It might be too late for Bitter Murmur. So, let me know what you think. I'm going to keep doing these as long as you guys enjoy them. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, which one you might want to see next out of my list, let me know. And we'll see what we can get done. I'm trying to do these ahead of schedule, I'm trying to stack these up so I have some leeway, because they take a little time to make. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch you guys later.